Hey, what's up guys? It's Owen here again. I've just got with me all the files that I found out in the box in Grandpa's shed. I've gone through them a little bit and there's some pretty interesting stuff in here, so I just wanted to start sharing that with you. Now the first file is labeled Witness Articles. And they're all newspaper clippings from, as far as I can tell, around the 70s. And it looks like they're all from the same paper. One of the clippings in here is the title of a paper, the Daily Monocle, as best I can tell, and the date says 1974 on it. And then the rest of the clippings all look like they are from the same column, called the Witness Articles. And they're all by a guy named Ethan Summers, written in the mid-70s it looks like. And it's tricky to piece together exactly what it's all about, but you know, the bits and pieces I can see, it's pretty grisly. A lot of disturbing stuff, so could be interesting. I'm going to try and piece these together as best I can, and once I've got something more readable, I'll put them all online and share them with you guys. As for the other folder here, it has some newspaper clippings in it as well, but this one's a little bit more intact. Now there's this one here, I think it's pretty local, kind of grisly. I'll just show you. It says, mental patient victim of cult murder. It's the Union, which is a local paper, and the date is 1992. It talks about a girl, Jessie Hill, 19, was murdered. They speculate it was a cult murder. And all of the files in here seem to be related to this specific incident and this girl, Jessie Hill. So I imagine this is one of the cases that my grandfather consulted on when he was working with the local police department here. We've got, what's this one? Looks like this is adoption records for Jessie Hill. And what's interesting is there's no original name or even a date of birth. So I guess 19 is just an estimate. No parents or anything like that, or even a location. Just pretty much says that she's been adopted by the Hill family, and they're calling her Jessie Hill. So, and then the plot thickens with this one, which is asylum patient records for Jessie. Looks like she was admitted a few years before she was murdered for psychosis, delusions, hallucinations, all sorts of crazy things. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the cult's interest in her, or if it's just kind of a coincidence. But yeah, this one's pretty shredded up here at the bottom, so I can't get a whole lot of information out of it. We've also got here a key and a key card, and they've got the same markings on them as the asylum records here, the same logo. So I don't know if Grandpa kept these as a means of access to the asylum. As far as I know, it's been closed down for quite a few years, maybe even repurposed into offices, but I'll have to do a bit of research on that and maybe take a look at a later date. And we've got these photos over here. There's an assortment of them. This one's one of the hardest to make out, but looks like they're all local. This one's kind of out in the woods, concrete slab of some sort. And then this one's a bridge. There's quite a few bridges like this around the area, so it might be a bit tricky to figure out exactly which one this is. But I don't know, it looks like Grandpa circled something on here, so if I do find this location, I'll try and check that out. This one's interesting. Don't really know where this could be, but looks like a field, some rocks, like an outcropping. Then we've got this one here, and I don't really know what to make of this one. It's got a guy on the front, but his face has been scratched out. And on the back is actually my grandpa's name, and his address is kind of scribbled on there, Frederick Hayes. And then there's this weird symbol, so I don't really know what that one means, so I'll try and do a bit of digging and see if I can figure out what this means. but the symbol actually appears in one other place here. There's a map of the local area with a couple of locations marked. And one of them has that same symbol on it, you can see right there. And now there's about 5 or 6 different locations here that Grandpa circled, so might be worth heading out and having a look around at some of those. But first, so it looks like Grandpa circled about 4 or 5 different locations on this map to have a look at. I assume that they're all relevant to this case somehow. So I suppose in the next couple of weeks, if I get the chance, I'm going to head out and try to check out these spots on the map here. But in the meantime, this really does not give me a whole lot of information to go off of in terms of the case. So I'll just do a bit of research online, see what I can dig up and find, and see if I can figure out what Grandpa's role in this case was, and if it was ever resolved. And as I start figuring out details and maybe start checking out the locations here, I will keep you guys updated, okay? So stay tuned, and I will see you next time.